Annie, let's go into this issue. And I'm reading these things from the verified Facebook page of Ghana Police Service. So on 2nd June, Ghana Police Service put up a post. Police arrest 2 persons in connection with a disturbance at Ofako EC office near Kaswa. So just indulge me. The Ghana Police Service has arrested 2 people in connection with the disturbance at Ofako Electoral Commission office near Kaswa in Central Region. That was 2nd June, Sunday. Then the disturbance which ensued this dawn over queuing before the commencement of the day's activities at the EC office led to the injury of 2 people. Calm has since been restored at the registration center. The suspects are in custody, assisting police investigation. Right. Then you go to...
Was the name mentioned?
If you let me finish, Doc. It's obvious you haven't been following. Then updates a day ago. Updates on police investigation into violent disturbances at Awutu Senya East Constituency. The Ghana Police Service has cautioned and subsequently granted bail to 3 persons who were arrested before when a pump-action gun with 4 rounds of ammunition was found in their vehicle at the offices of Electoral Commission at Ofako in the Awutu Senya East Constituency of the Central Region. Suspect Phyllis Naa Koryoo has been cautioned on the offense of transfer of firearms without authority, while suspects Abdulaziz and Mustafa Muhammad have been cautioned on the offense of possession of firearms without authority. Meanwhile, on Thursday, 6 June 2024, the court remanded into police custody to reappear on 19 June 2024 suspect Usman Haruna for stabbing 1 person during the disturbance at the office of the Electoral Commission at Ofako in Awutu Senya East Constituency. Police investigations are ongoing, while the case docket is being forwarded to the Office of Attorney General for study and advice. Annie, this is a police investigation going on. I mean, I won't sit here in 2024 and say that the police should draw people, just pick up people and keep them in the office. But this is an ongoing investigation. And I listened to Naa Koryoo. She had this interview with Omar Sanda on CTFM, and she admitted of having the car in her, a gun in her car and all that. An incident had happened. The police have investigated. Suspects have been picked up. I mean, once they spoke to her or interrogated her and they haven't found anything yet, she's been cautioned and let go, right? That is how it should be. But this attitude...
Did the transfer of the gun constitute she giving a gun to someone or she moving a gun from one point to the other? Because as far as I'm concerned, the gun is hers. Yes. She's registered it. So what does the police mean by transfer of gun?
What does the police mean? I think you have to be asking the police.
Okay.
What I'm drawing our attention to is the police has a duty to make. This attitude of our compatriots in the NDC, making it seem as if anytime they are in opposition, every state institution is against them. It's like anytime they are not doing what they are supposed to do, they are not selling any message. What are they telling people? Doc sat here a few minutes ago and said, we have no message and all that. I was just waiting for her. I was just waiting for her to say, this is what I am going to do. This is what I'm going. No alternative, nothing. They accuse us. They know everything that the MPP is doing. It's like now, I'm sure even if rain falls in Doctor's house, it will be the MPP. They know everything that the MPP is doing. They know every strategy of the MPP, but they can't just tell us what they are bringing on board. And this is something that we all need to be cautious of. I listened to the national chairman of the NDC when the supporters of the NDC went to the police station in solidarity with their PC. And I was amazed. If I was an NDC member, I would have felt so insulted. Is that how gullible he thinks his party members are? That all that he was hearing is order from above, order from above. Abba. National chairman. Is this how gullible you think your party people are? That, oh, yeah, and I'll be glad if you can play that tape for everybody to listen to. Those are not things we should be encouraging. The police has a duty to keep us safe. When the police is doing their duty, we also have the responsibility to make sure that nobody will condone police infringing on anybody's right. But what the police did they infringe on her rights at any point? If they did, the police must answer. But if there's an ongoing investigation and a PC or any other person is found to be a suspect and will help in the investigation, I think these are not things we should be stampeding. And we need to be careful.
What the police is encouraging is doing selective sort of investigation. Yeah. That's what the police is doing.
They did what?
If the police work like this,
yes,
what they will encourage is what they saw with Naa Koryoo. Because if I have a sitting MP in my constituency, I am contesting. She comes out with a firearm. In her case, she actually fired it. We had the information. We all had it. She herself knows that we know. If the police does not investigate or choose that they will not investigate her.
You have information on what?
For a Wutu Senior MP,
yes,
for using a firearm,
yes,
in a registration center.
When?
And are you asking me when?
Yes.
And let me give you the dates. Which one does she want to know?
Don't worry. I will get you the information if you don't know. But I'm telling you, the fact I want to tell you is that if the police decide to go on the path of selective investigations,
and you think
what they're going to do, yes. Okay. Because what they're going to do is to encourage other people to feel I am not protected. So I will also decide to take my own protection into my care. It is worrying that today we find that even at registration centers, we are having knives, injuries, we're having gunshots, we're having blade attacks. It's crazy. Everybody feels like I am now coming prepared.
Annie,
because I cannot assure myself of any authority, security, protection.
Annie, in 2020, I was at my
That's what's happening, Lara. I'm trying to let you understand.
No, let me.
I was at my collation center.
Doc, I'll come back to you.
Let's
and I'll give you the date of Hawa Koomson's gunshot. It's July 20th, 2020.
It's July 20th.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes, 2020. Annie, you're a journalist, right? You're supposed to get us information. And in your statement, you said you have information, right? When that incident happened, who was supposed to deal with it? It was the Ghana Police Service. They're supposed to investigate it and get to it. As I sit here, I can't tell you what Ghana Police Service did about it.
Exactly.
Because in our usual ways of doing things, when the issue picks up, we are all upbeat about it. Nobody follows up.
Oh.
Yes, if you can tell me.
You see the way you read this
if
on
you
the
can
page?
Tell me, yes.
No, hold on. You see the way you read
yes.
this on the page of the
yes.
Ghana. I was following. Yes. Actually, I went on their page. You see the way you
what
read
did
it.
they say about that incident?
Yeah, have you seen any statement put out?
What are we talking about? We're talking about 2020, right?
Yes,
We're talking about 2020.
I haven't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that if we are speaking to information that Ghana Police Service has said they didn't do anything about that incident, we can have a conversation.
That's what we're having.
No.
That's why I'm trying to say that the conversation I'm trying to say is that if you fail, even if you have tried any investigation, and because it's a public interest matter, you don't put it out for all of us to follow. If you call the Ghana Police Service PR right now, and I'll urge my producers to try it, you will see that they won't speak to us. They want to follow up on that matter now on the show. They won't speak to us. They will decline. So if as much as you put this information out, and because the stakes are high, you are careful, you don't appear to be selective. Because that is their argument,
for
and which
me-
I don't expect you to go on that argument anyway, because whatever you do, they have a point. They said, oh, your registration documents, they are not matching your real documents.
And
It's
this
easy
is-
to use
this is what you
any
do,
excuse
Annie.
if I'm targeting you. And I can get you if the documents are not really matching, as they say, or as they claim.
No, but you
But
see,
in this
Annie,
case,
you see, you make
if they are targeting
look,
you, why
look,
are they targeting you?
Annie,
That is
you
the
make
point.
I'm
you,
using
no,
that
no, you
word.
see, you
I mean,
make
Yes,
these
that's why I'm using
statements.
your own words, and I'm
You
asking.
make these statements and go further to conclude that
Why are they
they are
targeting?
discriminating. They are discriminating. We don't have any information on that case. We can all decide to follow up. But there are a lot of issues that have happened in this country. In the heat of it, we all talk about it. We leave until another incident happens. Nobody even remembers that something happened. The police are supposed to do their job. And I don't sit here speaking for the police. I sit here speaking as a citizen of Ghana and a representative of my political party. And I said that nobody in this space in 2024 should be condoning anything against the rights of a fellow human being. But that is why I read the accounts from the police there. In none of those statements did they even mention the sitting MP. All this, it was Monday. It happened on the Sunday. Monday morning when we came here last week, there wasn't a lot of information about it because police were investigating. They investigated, they traced suspects, they picked them. Those that have to be detained were detained. Those that have to be cautioned were cautioned. That is how the police have to do their job. So I don't think that you saying this is what they do and people have registered guns in this country. Why is it there? Why did she find need to register?
She said that she has been threatened four times by the sitting MP.
If she's been
and
threatened,
she has gone to
if
the
she's
police
been threatened
and
four
she didn't
times,
get any response. So
she has
felt
evidence.
the need
Who
to
is
protect
she
herself.
talking to? Who is she talking to that is not listening to her?
But Larry, if you go through the same ordeal, what
No,
would you do?
if I go through the same ordeal and I don't, the same way we are shouting, that's the same way I'll have to call the police out.
Would you have
Because
a gun?
if I've been threatened by, and you don't necessarily need to have a gun to
Protect yourself.
protect yourself. You don't
Okay.
necessarily need a gun to protect yourself. But if you think that where you are, you need a gun, and you go through due process and acquire a gun, there's nothing against the law.
Okay.
It's the usage of it that will either put you in trouble or keep you safe.
She hasn't
Because
used the
that's
gun,
saying
Annie.
that same thing. But for you to say that, oh, I've
use it.
acquired a gun to protect myself from another human being. How many guns can you have to protect yourself from another human being if you don't keep the police? So if she's speaking to the police, she's lodged a complaint and nobody is doing something about it, then it's something that the police must be dealing about. If we all decide to be owning guns, will we be safe?
But that's what we're getting
And
to.
your gun, and she doesn't, no, but us,
when you go to-
Doc Sissy as a PC, she
When
doesn't
you-
move alone.
When you go to City
Does she
FM,
move alone? She doesn't
City-
move alone. At least you move with a driver or another person when she's moving around.
Annie,
But if the
Annie-
gun ends up in the hands of a wrong
Annie,
person
when you go
in the
to
middle of
City
a
Room,
scuffle,
Annie, when you go to City Room
You get
FM,
it.
this is from last year. I mean, she said, Hawa Koomson own words. She said she also acquired the gun to protect herself. So what is the difference between, is that are some people more equal under the law than some? Are we being fair to everyone? The issue here is the fact that it appears that she's been targeted. It appears that she's been intimidated. The MP said the same thing when she acquired the gun, but she actually brought a live weapon to a registration center and actually shot the gun.
So
In
someone says that,
2020,
good
Annie.
morning, yeah, someone says, good morning, Annie. The incident involving Hawa Koomson, a member of parliament for the kaswa, for the fire gun at a polling station in 2020 was indeed widely criticized. Many Ghanaians saw her actions as wrong and dangerous. Despite this, she received substantial support from some quarters, which may include political backing from certain MPs, possibly from the National Democratic Congress, NDC, a young lady who has taken steps to protect herself. This is Carlos. should be allowed to do so. Carlos from Odododio
I
sent
mean,
this
she
in.
didn't even shoot the gun. That is the whole thing. And it was concealed in her vehicle. It wasn't a gun on her body, and she wasn't walking around with a gun. So let's get it clear. It's two different incidents. They didn't have to intimidate her. And let me tell you something. Larissa, can I finish? Can I finish?
I was talking.
So in 2020, at my collation center, I counted about 15 AK-47s.
You counted?
I literally, I'll show you some images if you can project it. To about 15 AK-47s in armed militia. The only way I knew that they were not proper military is that they didn't have a name tag. But they had everything else that appeared that they were military. And one other thing that I also noticed that appeared that they were not real military was that they all had beards, and some of them had earrings. And so you could tell that they were party vigilantes now dressed as military.
Special forces.
Exactly, whatever they're called, right? And they were at my collation center. I literally counted 15 AK-47s at my collation center. This is what they do. They intimidate us. They make us now want to get into politics. They will cower you into submission. They will accuse you. And then after they did all that, now I am the woman in the collation center. You have brought 15 guns to take my vote. I mean, the people's choice, the vote. The people wanted to vote for me. The people voted for me. I went to the collation center because I had won that election, right? They wrestled me. They turned off the light. It was all kinds of chaos and confusion.
Oh, that was really chaotic.
They actually shot like the same as Hawa Koomson did, air shots or whatever. I was inside the yard, but all I could hear was 3 shots, pow, pow, pow. And those 3 shots, people were injured. I had to take them to the hospital and take care of them on the night of the election. So this is what they do. Then they turn around and make it sound like the person who's been intimidated, the person whom they are about to shoot, the person whom they are threatening is the one who now is the one who is violent. You see what they do, right? And then they turn around. These are men who are sitting there who came and just took away my election. I didn't give up. I continued to help the constituency. I continued to do everything I was supposed to do. And now they have turned around and they're making it sound like I am the one who's violent. I've never had a gun before. Even in my house, I don't remember the last time I saw a knife in my house.
But I guess you're planning to have one.
No, I don't. I don't need one. Because I know, Annie, yes, because I use, yes, because I don't, I do cook, but I have, I peel my onions with a peeler. We have onion peelers, yes. So everything I have in my kitchen is high tech. Yeah, everything I have in my kitchen is high tech. So I have peelers and things. Can I finish, Loretta? So, can I finish? So the point I'm trying to make is that this is what they do. When they see as young women, they will try to intimidate us, they try to push us into submission, and they try to make politics not good for everyone. This is a state apparatus. They should at least be fair.